Today we're talking about the law of sines, and this is what we use when we have non-right triangles, and this is most commonly used with angle side. So if I'm sitting, when I have two angles and a side or angle side angle, I can do this. First we're going to talk about also area of a triangle that is not where I don't have the height, but I'm given an angle. So if we're finding areas, and then we're going to use law of sines to solve. When we talk about solving a triangle, we're talking about finding every missing part, all angles and all sides. So the area of a triangle can be found by 1/2 of two sides and times the sine of the angle in between. It can be any two sides, but it has to be the sine of the angle in between those two sides. So it's called the included angle, which is the angle in between them. So area here would be 1/2, 6 times 3 times sine 25. And I get 3.8, and remember your label is really important in area because we're talking not linear here. Right, so that's area of a triangle. One thing I want to note is that if they don't give you the triangle, they're going to put side A opposite of side angle A, and side B opposite of angle B, and side C opposite of angle C. So in your worksheet, sometimes they're not giving you the triangle's not drawn out, and that's what it means by it. I'll let you go ahead and figure that one out. So law of sines is a proportion, and it's saying the sine of an angle over its opposite side will equal the sine of another angle over its opposite side. And again, notice side B is opposite of angle B. So again, if it just says angle A is this and so forth, you could draw it out and plug it in. This might be a good thing to just have handy just so you can fill in the blanks. But here I'm going to solve this triangle ABC. So that means I want to find angle A because I don't have that, side A and side C. So let's look for angle A first. Angle A is going to be 180 minus the sum of these two sides, so minus 153, so equals 27 degrees. So there's one thing found. Now I need to find side A and side C. So I noticed that this is 27. I'm going to write that in there. So notice we have 9 and its opposite angle. So when I have one full proportion, I want to make sure I use that one. So I could do sine 53 over opposite side 9 equals, let's find A here. So sine 27, because that's the angle opposite of side A, over A. And then we'll cross multiply because it's a proportion. So we have A sine 53 equals 9 sine 27. And let's go ahead and get A by itself here. So divide by sine 53. And then when I'm plugging this calculator, I want to make sure I put parentheses around that 27 so it doesn't divide the 27 by sine 53, but it takes sine 27 totally and then divides by sine 53. So then I can just kind of put that in there, sine 27 divided by sine 53, and it gives me 5.1. So A equals 5.1. Now we need to find side C, so it's the same thing. I'm going to use that same first full proportion that I have, so sine 53 over 9 equals sine 100 over C. We can cross multiply. C sine 53 equals 9 sine 100. Divide by sine 53. So I have 9 sine 100 divided by sine 53, you get 11.1. So on your worksheet, when it says solve, I'm really looking for 3 answers on there. All right, I hope that helps you. I know it was a short lesson, but that's the main part of it. This kind of puts in some word problems, but if you have questions on those, let me know.